This is the weekly Grifball Hubcast, only on GrifballHub.com.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Grifball Hubcast, episode 307. I'm Goose
I'm Kal.
And we've got...
DJBlue PDX! That's all the coffee actually motivated me, and now I can't talk for another 5 minutes.
Yep, because it's like 8 a.m. where DJ is on a Sunday. So,
yeah.
Again, Kal, I need to reiterate, as I have for like the past 10 Hubcasts, we need to get rid of this 11 a.m. thing.
How did Riley do it every week?
He has kids. He's up already.
Oh, okay. His kids wake him up, and he's like, well, I've been up for 4 hours. Time for the Hubcast.
That's what he said.
Basically.
All right, so, cool. Hubcast, Grifball stuff. We're going to talk about Grifball stuff, because nothing happened last week outside of Grifball that Kal wants to talk about.
That's true.
All right. No, we're done.
Pokemon is still fun.
Anyway, okay, so we had a lot of stuff streaming.
We had our first gym battle the other day. There was the corner. Goose and I are on the yellow team. We're on Team Instinct. Go with your gut. So we went to the gym over there on the corner and tried to take it over. Actually, we did 2 gym battles. There's one at the jewelry store and then one at the post office. So the one at the jewelry store, we took it over, and then we put our Pokemon in, and then like 4 minutes later, it was taken over again, or were kicked out. Then we had another gym battle at the post office a couple days later, and Simon,
get the cat. Remove the cat.
Oh, Simon.
That is the opposite of removing the cat. That is putting the cat on your lap.
Okay, I've got him.
Or you could he's going to bite you. Okay, no. Put the cat down. Pick up the crinkly paper. See? Pick up the crinkly paper. There you go.
Sorry, Oogie.
No, see, it's fine because we stopped talking. Don't hiss, you piece of crap. What the hell is your problem?
I took away his crinkly paper.
See, that's
I hate him so much.
That's why I love dogs.
Dogs are so much better.
Mm-hmm.
Can't we just have a Hubcast about dogs and how much better they are?
And about dogs.
Okay, anyway, we were talking about Grifball.
Yeah. So we went to the gym at the post office, and we beat the Pokemon that were there. And then when we went back to the overworld screen, the Pokemon we beat were still there, which was peculiar. Although I did read a story online about this person who had 1,000 Doduos or something, and then whenever they got beat at a gym, they would just put another Doduo back into the gym, and then the people who were beating them were right next to them, and they didn't know they were together. And they're like, "Oh man, this gym is so glitchy. Every time I beat it, the Doduo is still there." And the person every time, because when you beat the Pokemon in the gym, it just turns gray, and anybody can pop theirs in there. So the person just kept sneakily popping their Pokemon back in there, and the people rage quit in the end.
See. Glitchy. Here's the problem I have right now with Pokemon Go. First of all, they've turned the garden in front of the house into a Pokestop. So now it's like South Compton on a bad night because we got slow drive-bys of everything from cops to soccer moms with their phones out looking like they're trying to take quick snapshots of the front yard. And instead, it's just them and an entire horde of children all Pokemon, grabbing all their Pokeballs, eggs, anything that's in their area. I personally quit because of those stupid bats.
Bats are everywhere. The bats,
I don't know what the hell those things are, but I blew 10 balls trying to get that little into the freaking... No, done playing it. I don't care.
Goose is giggling because DJ blew all his balls.
He blew 10 balls. Oh, it hurts.
To be fair, they were regular balls. They weren't the great balls. They weren't the great balls. They're the regular ones.
I'm stuck. I'm down.
Goose is stuck. She can't get up.
Oh, I can't
She's falling and she can't get up.
Oh.
So yeah, Pokemon Go. We've got like a Doduo infestation here. They are everywhere. I have one I named Thanksgiving. He's my strongest Pokemon.
I just want to capture more Psyducks so I can name them all after psychologists.
You can have an army of Psyducks.
Yes, that's what I want. But I've only been able to capture 3. Anyway, this is the Grifball Hub. Oh, sorry. Sorry, baby. Sorry, Ellie.
Oh, you're apologizing to me for hitting me.
No, why would I do that?
You meant to hit me.
Yeah.
Okay.
It scared Ellie. So.
Okay.
Anyway, Grifball. This is not the Pokemon Go.
Oh man,
Hubcast.
let me tell you, the town center here,
Cal?
there's like 24 Pokestops within 2 blocks of each other. It is madness.
Cal,
And then
we
they put
counted
lures
3.
on them, and there's like you just walk in there, and there's like 1,000 Pokemon pop up on your screen all at once. I mean, granted, most of them are like Pidgeys, but there's a ton of Pokemon there. It's amazing.
We are talking about Grifball. We're going to talk about Grifball now, okay?
Okay.
For serious.
Okay. For cereal.
If I start talking, are you just going to interrupt me and talk about Pokemon instead?
Can I ask a question?
So on Wednesday night,
But you're not gonna level.
Grifball. Ew! Oh,
But you're not gonna
gross.
evolve any of your Psyducks into Golducks, right? You just want Psyducks.
I just
Can
want
you catch a
that.
Psyduck with a Grifball as opposed to a Pokemon ball?
Okay,
a
there we go.
Pokeball?
I'll make that app. That'll be my master's thesis. Is I
Yeah.
will adapt Pokemon Go to be Grifball Go, and so instead of capturing Pokemon, you capture Grifballers.
Okay.
So the
So you see
illusion-
it
that-
when you
now-
catch-
That would be awesome because then if you could capture Grifballers, then they might actually be present when they're supposed to play their games on Thursday nights. Oh, did I just call people out? I think I
DJ
might
has
have.
you.
I think DJ needs to process something that happened on Thursday.
Yeah.
DJ, do you want to share your feelings? It's a safe space.
I would love to share my feelings, and here's how this is going to work. And this goes out to all the players. Well, I love that all of you have personal lives. I have a job to do. I have a career to work on. And let me explain to you exactly how much I care that you might be 15 minutes late. Because if I have to ad-lib for 15 minutes during a time when you're supposed to be on there, getting banned by the admins is going to be the least of your worries.
I feel like this needs like a soft filter and like kind of jaunty background music, like one of those NBC The More You Know type things.
Because basically,
DJ's corner.
I need things to entertain the world with. Those things need to be Grifball because let's face it, it's awesome. I don't just get on there to host a show so I can just sit around and wait. There's a lot of amazing players, a lot of insane talent that do some of the most crazy and unbelievable things on a court that I need. It's not like a want. It's a desire. It's like an addiction to heroin. I need to broadcast that because it's cool and the world wants to see it and other people in the world want to see it and kids want to learn how to do what you cool people can do. And I'm speaking a lot of this to the people who've been around for a while because you know what I'm talking about. You guys do trick plays, pass plays, and all that kind of stuff. And I'm not trying to boost your ego. I'm just trying to say when you don't show up, I can't show that. If I can't show that, I can't produce a good show. If I can't produce a good show, I can't produce a good show. And that means I will find out where you live. And I will steal all of your Pokeballs. I will steal all of your Poke Gyms. And then I will hug all of your family and not you and make you super jealous. So just think about that. And I got to give a big shout out to Pimp in the Crib because Pimp showed up. It was very helpful to getting there on time, and I want to say thank you because he was awesome about that and then ended up not getting his game streamed, and I apologize to him for that because I couldn't get his game streamed.
Okay, so my takeaway from this is that if you're going to be late from your game that's being streamed, give DJ some heroin to make up for it.
That is not the message I was attempting to put out there.
DJ, do you watch Scandal by any chance?
Oh, you know what? I do watch Scandal. I love
Because-
Scandal.
Because that was totally an Olivia Pope
Yes.
dialogue right there. Like the cadence, the speed, everything was just so Pope.
Yes, it was a very much an Olivia Pope moment. And
It was.
I have been watching incredible games and realizing exactly how much I have to learn because as killers can definitely attest to, I have a lot of things to work on when it comes to playing in the pro leagues because I'm reasonably terrible again. And I think that's awesome.
Well, was it Wednesday you streamed Reflex? Right? You streamed when I was playing.
Yes, I
All
did.
these nice things you're talking about players, you're actually talking about me.
Dude, Reflex is one of the best teams out there. One of the more entertaining teams out there.
Did we? I don't remember if we scored. I don't think we scored.
You didn't score.
We
It was
didn't
fine.
score.
No,
I
but
mean,
it was
We almost
hilarious.
scored once. There was a pro run.
I'm
and I
laughing.
almost scored once.
I'm laughing because I love you and I was on the couch cheering for Reflex right next to you the entire time and shouting encouragement to the team.
You were like Tank Harder.
Yeah, pretty much. So, do you remember who your teammates were? And you can give them a shout out?
Killjoy was
Okay.
one of them.
You are such a good
I am.
interim captain. Like, it's amazing. You really don't even know your teammates.
I haven't looked at the roster for the
You
team.
played with them.
I know Taco was one. He wasn't there. There's somebody's name who's like I am something. I think that's close.
Who? I am so shift-faced?
I don't think so.
He's in the chat box.
Because that's a fun pun. He has a punny name.
Yes.
Anyway.
But yeah, we almost scored once. We almost had a pro run. I got this close to scoring, which was cool.
Yes, I seem to remember that one.
Well, it was the only one to remember. So
yeah, the only one to remember. I took the ball away from the opponents a few times with my sword.
You
I was
also
doing
got
taco
pro-runned on. You were the one left behind, and you just like ran into the wall instead. I saw it happen.
Probably. Maybe I spawned and turned the wrong way accidentally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Accidentally.
Accidentally.
I mean, pretty much all the commentary I was giving to Reflex was, I'm sorry for Kal. We're not used to actually doing things. They were talking about getting on early to warm up and practice. We haven't done that since like Summer League 09.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
So, because they were worried like, oh, where's Kal? Because he showed up right at 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock, whenever, as opposed to getting on early and warming up.
Yeah.
So, sorry, apologies on behalf of Kal. I feel like I say that a lot.
Yeah, apologize on behalf of Kal.
Yeah.
Yeah. Although, to be fair, I was watching something on TV before then, so it was...
The thing that we're not talking about.
The thing we're not talking about, I was watching that, and it was delightful.
Scandal reruns?
Oh, no, I've tried to get him to watch Scandal, but he won't.
It seems to be more crazy than Scandal. More crazy.
You mean appropriately realistic?
Yes.
There we go.
Yeah, I thought Reflex did fine. We have more games this week, and hopefully the team... I won't be playing this week, so hopefully the team will be doing a bit better. Because Taco will be back, and I won't be there.
That is a good trade.
I feel like that's an upgrade.
Yeah, I'll agree.
Although Halo 5 Grifball, I mean, I don't play it as much as I feel like I should, because it is so darn enjoyable. Like, I just have so much fun playing it. Maybe it's because I haven't played so much that I've gotten sick of it. Although I don't think I've ever gotten sick of a Grifball game.
Yeah, I don't think I could ever get sick of Grifball.
Vanilla Reach, definitely.
Vanilla Reach I got sick of, like, after a week of playing it. But everything else, like Halo 5 Grifball, it just seems so... Like, everything in Halo 5 just seems so smooth and flowy that just running around the court and you, like, do this little slide tanking, or you do the slide jump and, it's flipping out your sword and zooming in with the sword to stab a runner when you're in mid-flight. And, like, all of these moves just seem to flow together very, very well. And a lot of this isn't stuff that, like, 343 intentionally thought of while making the game. It's just that, like, the base of Halo 5 and the way the control schemes work, everything just works in tandem so well in that game.
Well, and being able to remap your buttons on the controllers is also super helpful. I can do so many more things now that I have adjusted to make the buttons and bumpers that I wasn't using previously, because there's certain things you just don't use in Grifball. And now that I can put those in other locations that are a lot easier to reach, I can slide tank a lot easier.
Like, I have the zoom in button on Boxer on default is pushing in the right thumbstick, which if you're like launching yourself across the court and you want to zoom in to stab the runner, it's kind of very inconvenient to do it that way. So I just remapped pushing into the right thumbstick to the right bumper, because the right bumper does something, but it doesn't do anything in Grifball. So I just made that the zoom in button instead, because it's so much easier just to zoom in and out so quickly with the sword using the right bumper.
All I'm going to say is the idea that all of these abilities work well together is not an accident. So if you want to maybe give the devs some credit for the extensive amount of research. I have slides from GDC talking about how much research goes into each ability. I'm just saying, maybe give the devs some love.
Little credit.
Not necessarily how they work in Grifball, but the fact that they work together very well. Just saying.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, side story that has to do kind of with that. So I got invited to a game, end of last week, by a gamer by the name of Majority. So I did not really know. This person said that we haven't played in a while, and I recognized the name sort of and kind of recognized the voice, but didn't recognize anybody else in the party. So we get in there and started playing, and they were playing Arena, and I was like, well, they're like, do you want to come play Arena with us? Sure, I'll be super bad at shooty Halo. Why not? And this one guy named Deez kind of laughs, and he's like, shooty Halo. Or I heard that before. I said, well, that's what we call the, second class Halo is shooty Halo. He says the world's first class said the only real Halo, Grifball. He says, that's where I know you from. I said, yeah, I'm that DJ. It's like, awesome. What's up? And we started playing, and then They carried me. We won several games, but they definitely carried me. I was really happy when I got more than 5 kills in a game of
Shooty Halo.
Well, yeah, basically. So I said, well, let's go play Grifball then. I said, you guys have carried me for 4 or 5 games. Let me carry you for once. So we're like, all right, well, let's see. Let's do this. We haven't actually had a chance to play this yet. I was like, all right, cool. We get in there and we rocked it. Just destroyed everything. And I, of course, did my usual normal crazy self when I get into Grifball because I think it's fun. I'm hollering and jumping back and forth. And we're just giggling and laughing our ass off. And then 4 or 5 games later, we're finally done. They've got to go to bed because it's late at night. And there's other Grifballers getting on. I was like, fine. As they're leaving the party, they'll leave in its majority, and I left in the Xbox Live party. Excuse me, it's still early. And it turns out Eddie says, by the way, do you know who Deez is, right? No. I said I was going to make a joke, and he says, well, that's Quinn.
Del Hoyo?
Yes, Quinn Del Hoyo.
Oh, and he was the one who was saying, I've never played Grifball before. It sucks, I bet.
Yeah. Well, no, he's just like, I never get to play Grifball. I just don't. So I was like, he had a blast. So now, and I didn't realize who it was until after he left the party. And since then, we've gotten to play another time or two. So, which is hilarious. And for those of you who are listening or watching, don't know, Quinn Del Hoyo is one of the multiplayer developers for 343. So
so DJ just had a Dave moment.
Yeah, one, DJ seems to be really good at finding, somewhat famous people and then just,
It's like Quinn was talking to him and DJ's like, it's always nice to meet a fan.
Yep. So you've had a Dave moment. DJ's had a Dave moment.
Yep.
Dave moment, multiple Barb moments.
Yep.
Yeah. Ashley.
Hi, Ashley. That's my sister. Yeah, it's okay. It's early. I haven't had coffee and there's sweat in my eyes because I've been carrying stuff back and forth in Austin weather, which is terrible.
Okay, so I'm not afflicted.
Yeah.
No. Well, you're normal.
Well, even with pregnancy brain, I still have.
You're the one who actually has your eyes open.
Oh my goodness. Well, that's great. So, yay! Thank you, Quinn. I hope you enjoyed Grifball, and I'm glad DJ's a good ambassador out there, playing the shooty Halo and the Grifball, and the real Halo. But yeah, I mean, Bravo's called it shooty Halo. I think that makes it canon.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
So we might need to talk to Grim about getting that into one of the updates or something.
There's 2 kinds of Halo. There's shooty Halo and there's Grifball.
Yep.
Absolutely. Speaking of Grim, I got into a conversation with Grim about some things that we discovered the other night when we had a non-Grifball little accidental play marathon in which a bunch of us Grifballers went in and played on Firefight. Because I honestly, since RTX, I have not had a chance to really get into Firefight much. So I finally get a chance to sit down and do some Firefight, and I ended up with, I think there was a bunch. It finally ended up, Mungo Pungo and I were at like 7 a.m. still playing. We just got going and we're just playing like crazy for hours and hours, and it was hilarious. But there are new maps that absolutely blow away what's been in the game previously, and I'm a huge fan of the artwork because there's a lot of work that goes into making those maps, from the lighting to the shading to the shadowing to the three-dimensionality of the graphics. And
that's one thing that 343 has always knocked out of the park. Like even that Halo 4 days is making the maps look super pretty.
So and there's one map where it's the attack at something. It starts out, you get dropped off desert side, there's a garden side, but in the middle there's this giant mountain with a temple in the middle, and it's the Sangili temple, and it is one of the most beautiful pieces, and it looks very similar to an actual stage of the final area of the campaign, but it is so beautiful. I literally spent the first round wandering around inside, which my team was probably not too happy about, but as soon as I got Receptor in there, Sanctum, there we go, Sanctum, Oogie, thank you. And as soon as I immediately got a hold of Receptor, and yesterday Receptor and I rolled in there in a game and with a bunch of Grifballers, and as soon as round 1, we're like, all right, so everybody needs to carry us for the first round because I got to show Receptor some things. Well, several of them had not been there, so there's like 3 of us. There's 5 people trying to get objective 1 done, and there's 3 of us who rolled right up into the center around the Prometheans, got rid of the ones who were right next to us, and then went upstairs and took the man cannons up into the top 3rd level, and it's breathtaking up there. Absolutely incredible views. And then we ended up not making our third objective, which is probably because we were screwing around. But not important. The point is, we managed to get word out. And if ever there's a way to thank the Halo developers, the artists, the people who do it, tweet at them. Tweet at Halo if you see things that you like in the game. Everybody tweets and's all, oh my God, I hate this. Oh my God, I hate that. And there's always going to be things to fix in a game, but I think it's important that we recognize the things that work and give them some positive feedback sometimes. And that's one thing that I just can't get over. The artwork inside of those environments is so unstoppably beautiful.
Yep.
It makes you want to stop and look at it.
So yeah,
I just want to ride a whale.
I haven't played any Firefight since the update either, and I really should play some more Firefight on that, just because there's more than one map now. Like you said, there's multiple maps. There's a new Firefight map, a new Warzone map out there, and that the rounds are different too. Because like in the beta for Firefight, there were like 3 different scenarios you could come across, and that's it for the game. Oh. But now it's like randomized, and every round can be different, and different objectives, and different new bosses, different bosses out there, mythic bosses. There's a new grunt boss that's out there, like this grunt
boss.
Oh my God!
Grunt
the
giant
mech grunt. Grunt mech.
It's adorable.
They basically gave a little grunt version of a
mantis,
of a needler powered mantis, and he's got a loudspeaker. And this little smartass just talks smack nonstop, and it's hilarious.
That sounds like a lot of fun.
Oh God, but he's violent, and those needlers are hardcore. That is it's called a mythic boss for a reason. They track you down, they kill you in 3 shots. In one full volley of spikes blew up my Ghost Ultra. Like, it's a Ghost Ultra, for God's sake. It had just tore it apart like it was nothing. I'm like, well, that's fine. Jerk. But
yeah. That's we should play more.
Man just gets put inside
Firefight.
Yeah. Well, and that's, that opportunity is going to be happening because there's going to be some new programming coming out here in another week or so. I spoke yesterday with Receptor 17, and we had so much fun at RTX, and people have been wanting to hear us commentate together more. We're going to do that. So starting, I want to say next Saturday-ish. It's going to be next Saturday. Saturday after.
6 days from now?
Yeah, ish, depending on how fast we get everything put together. We are going to start a Saturday stream in the afternoon, and we're going to have a full volley of Saturday content for people who are wandering around doing things on the weekend. If you just want to throw it on in the background, throw it on. It's going to give our new casting talent a chance to practice that is not on one of our major streams, and also give teams who want to reschedule games, since you may not have been able to show up on a Thursday like you were supposed to reschedule your game as per the rules. Talk to Rage or Melvin, get it rescheduled. Come on over to the Saturday show. We can stream your game then. Otherwise, great opportunity for teams to scrim. And then we'll do that for about an hour and a half maybe. And then we're going to roll into what we used to do on Warzone Wednesdays, but we're going to do it with Firefight and Warzone, and kind of bounce back and forth between. But definitely get a chance for us to get our Shooty Halo on, because it is kind of fun, especially when you're in a group of people and you can organize it. And especially Firefight. You get eight players talking to each other, and it can be hilarious and extremely beneficial, because if you win, every time for all the bosses you kill, you get rec packs.
I almost thought you were going to say posters.
No,
Rec packs. Awesome.
This is really cool. I mean, to have another show coming up on Saturdays. Yay. And if I remember correctly, there aren't actually any AGI games scheduled for Saturdays. No, so if you have to reschedule for Saturdays, it's wide open. People aren't going to be having conflicts. Just, aside for like normal weekend stuff, as long as people are available, they're not going to have another AGLA game to play at that point. So it's going to be wide open. Yeah.
And we looked at doing Mondays, but we've got other stuff that's coming up on Mondays. I have other streams on other channels on Mondays. So I am not available for Mondays. And Receptor and I really want to be able to do stuff together, because that's the one thing that we don't get to do because the time shift is that Receptor and I don't get to commentate together. And we're really good at that.
You guys are 8 hours apart.
Yeah. So we're going to start doing that. We've got other shows and things coming up. We're going to be continuing with some of Crowbar's designs for wanting to do some PC gaming features with the Grifballers do. And once we get that show all put together, that's going to become a regular thing. And then we'll probably just feed the at the end of that stream into DJ After Dark, on my channel because it's not something we're going to be streaming on the hub. But for reasons, but if it is going to be for people who are of the legal age to drink. It's going to be Halo and drinking games probably.
Did Receptor? He left that book behind in Austin, right?
He also left his RTX swag bag, which I've got to look through my luggage and make sure that I don't have because I think I might.
Do you still have that book of his?
I do have that book.
Okay, so maybe on the Saturday stream you could just have a half hour where you read from that book.
Totally.
DJ's story time.
Great idea.
Receptor had a book he was reading and he left it behind in Austin, and DJ has it now. So, and I figure as long as they're together on the stream, just have DJ's story time.
Okay.
We could totally do that. I could read it in a Welsh accent. Also, the question, Crowbar mentioned something about the Grifball Twitch network. I don't know how the Twitch networks work.
I didn't even know that was a thing.
I didn't even know that was a thing either. Like you can have an umbrella of programming under your network.
Yeah, I don't know what that. I haven't ever been able to wrap my mind around what that actually means.
Right.
What
so,
that is.
I mean, I would assume it's something. I mean, obviously, it's not going to be a direct analog, but like, there's Rooster Teeth, and then they have like 5 bazillion shows.
See, the thing I'm thinking of though
umbrella.
is like, does that mean that people like DJ would stream to DJ's channel and Crowbar would stream to Crowbar's channel, and I'm not sure how they'd all be linked together under the umbrella of Grifball Hub, or if they all just stream to. Because in my mind, it's like simplest just to stream everything directly to Grifball Hub instead of.
I agree.
Channels, but I don't really know what the benefits of a network would be, or if that's like even a Twitch thing, or if that's like just a.
Well, I'm thinking it's part of that is liability reasons. One of the reasons we're looking at that is because there are some times that we end up with programming where there are players who share a different level of vocabulary choices than the rest of us. And for example, that is the reason why there is DJ After Dark or DJ Unfiltered Unplugged, because there are
DJ XXX.
Right. I need to be able to swear like a sailor and not have any filters on. And that's, for me, I find that entertaining. Other people find that entertaining, but it is not appropriate language for what we do here at the Hub, because we are an all ages channel with an all ages game and a program that is geared towards kids with parents. So
DJ language,
opposed
sex,
to orphans,
violence.
Apparently.
Yeah, no orphans.
Right, because nobody cares if you violate the ears of an orphan. That's just not a thing.
Oh God.
Oh God. Okay.
I'm kidding. All right. So
just don't listen.
So that's why we're wanting to make sure that we've got a proper cap on that kind of content. So as we are adjusting and getting
no pants,
a proper choice of there we go, proper choice of people who can handle their vocabulary in an appropriate manner. Those are the things we want to ensure that we've got a control of before we allow them to actually stream on our channel, so that we're not responsible for things that might come out of their mouth. Because of course, if somebody says something completely toward and uncouth while they're streaming on our channel, then the Hub is held liable, and I do not want us getting Twitch banned.
Saturday night free ball with DJ.
Rolling 10 balls with DJ.
Yeah.
We're just riffing here. We're helping you come up with new content.
Yep.
Yes,
DJ,
I like that. TVMA. Or just TV DJ. There we go. Anyways.
DJ NSFW. Just all the acronyms.
Yeah.
Just throw them in there.
Yes. So that's the kind of idea that we're going with, because that's why we're getting these other shows and programs adjusted on their channels, so that we've got it ready to go once there is that level of quality control over the programming content and quality of the production. Then that's all going to be coming through. So we've got lots of things in the works right now, and it's all coming out, which now, and after yesterday, now a lot of the other staff at Grifball Hub are aware of what's happening, because I guess they weren't aware of what I was doing at the Hub. So now they know. And
Is he talking about us?
I think he told us.
You guys told me, like, there was some confusion as to, some of the things that we've been, some of the things that we're doing, that specifically I'm doing with the interns and the new programming, and how we're adjusting our quality production to be able to eventually commercialize our products, so that we can do more stuff and obtain everything from sponsorships to sponsors and invest, that kind of stuff, so that we eventually have got people who just take us to places like RTX or get us a giant booth at PAX because we're that awesome. And that is the eventual goal. Not this year, obviously. Next year.
Yeah, I would love, and I love that we're going in this direction of having more content for our Twitch stream. Because like Wednesday and Thursday night, and then Sunday mornings for this, I would love to see. Here's a Monday night show. Here's a Tuesday night show. Kobar is doing PC gaming with Grifballers on this night, and DJ and Receptor are doing their show on Saturday, and then we're having Firefight night and
a TV Griff guide.
Yeah. Like whatever night of the week you want to tune in, there's something happening at twitch.tv/Grifball Hub. And I love that DJ and the interns are pushing in that direction and pursuing that goal.
Sonic mentioned yesterday at a conference, because he had a conference call yesterday, and for those who are wondering who I'm talking about, Sonic Chaos, now Sonic Nachos, which I don't know why he changed his name.
He changed his gamer tag because we made fun of the 1993 thing last week.
Oh. Well,
Sonic Nachos instead.
So Sonic brought up a thing called about someday night Grifball. Not Sunday, but
someday. Yeah, that was an old Halo 3 thing.
Okay, because he mentioned that, and I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? I've never even heard of this name.
Yeah, Someday Night Grifball was like most things in the early Grifball days. It had a jokey name for AGLA games. People wanted their AGLA game streamed. They would stream it to whatever service predated Twitch back then. I don't know, Ustream maybe. I think something like that. So they would stream the game, and then the name of the show whenever you stream the AGLA game would be Sunday Night Grifball. And people would do like, here's an article previewing tonight's matchup, and here's people on to talk about the teams, and kind of like Wednesday Night Grifball, except it was just whatever night the games were played was the night it was streamed, and that's why they called it Someday Night Grifball. Yeah. And that's kind of that's one of the seeds where the name Wednesday Night Grifball comes from. Is they called it Someday Night Grifball. And then when Pup and Tex and us came up with Wednesday Night Grifball, that's part of where the name came from.
Oogie's talking about bringing back the ball sack.
Ball sack would be fun.
The ball sack was awesome. I just couldn't keep up with it.
Yeah. If any intern or anybody wants to take on that job, the ball sack would be a lot of fun.
We do have an awards article coming out, by the way.
Pop-Tart sent me an article, so I should probably post that at some point.
Yes.
And the award article. But just for clarification, the ball sack, for those who might not know, because it was a while ago, I opened a thread in the forums for people to ask questions. They could be league questions. They could be anything, really, as long as I would be comfortable actually repeating stuff from the litmus. Then I got on camera and answered them, and that played as a video clip before the game.
Cool.
So that way...
So you do like a weekly video of you answering viewer mail.
Yeah, called the ball sack.
I think that'd be a great idea to do.
Yeah, no, it was great. I mean, especially as an admin, I could answer a lot of the questions that were. Some of the questions didn't quite, like why was I banned? Didn't go after those.
And some of them are like, can you make a sandwich?
Can you make a sandwich? They're on the Hub's YouTube page. So if you wanted to go look at the ball sack and bring it back, or the pro run. The pro run was another piece of video content that I really enjoyed. But
yeah, every week we would do a 1 minute.
Video is hard.
Yeah, every week we do a 1 minute recap of everything. Grifball news for the week. So like instead of listening to the Hubcast or reading all the articles or whatnot, you just watch the...
It was like 2 to 3 minutes.
1 minute. The goal every week was 60 seconds.
60 seconds? Okay.
Yeah. So 60 seconds of just Grifball news, rapid fire at you. And we did that every week for like over a year, I think. It was quite a while.
Yep. So lots of stuff.
Oddly enough,
lots of little things we can do.
I noticed the last time we did the pro run was the weekend before we adopted Ellie.
Really?
Yes.
Aww.
So it's like something else filled that void in your life.
My baby.
Now you can just do 1 minute of Ellie every week.
I would maybe that's what we should do, is like, the fluffy 50. Like 50 seconds of nothing but adorable fluffies of Ellie.
Get Simon and River and Ellie. And everybody else can submit their own pet videos.
Yes.
And do 50 seconds of pets.
I would totally
for
video edit puppies. And because there was one thing we were doing, oh gosh, what was it? The dog. Okay, this is where my priorities lie. There was a Grifballer who had a pug. The pug's name was Bruiser. I don't remember the Grifballer, but his dog's name was Bruiser, and he would take pictures with Bruiser and the stuffed Grifball.
I remember
and we
that.
shared them. I remember the dog's name and the breed and the picture. Don't remember the Grifballer. Priorities.
Yeah, I remember that.
So, just saying.
Yeah, the folks in the chat box are talking about the Grifball racing leagues. Like, we used to have the racing league, the Euro League, and we also had the American League.
The Grifball Racing League.
Yeah.
It was run by Rally, and Canon was part of it, and Germanicus ran the Euro side.
And way back in the day, it was run by Penguinocalypse.
Oh, gosh.
There was a player named Penguinocalypse?
Yeah, Bleep Bloop. This is history. Bleep Bloop, which was Pup's team. Pup, a.k.a. Puptastrophe, a.k.a. H2O Camper.
A.k.a. I ate your puppy.
A.k.a. I ate your puppy. He had a Grifball team named Bleep Bloop. And
Halo 3, very early days.
Like very early Halo 3 days. And they accidentally had a team full of people with animal names.
Yeah, there was Penguinocalypse. There's
a hippo, right?
There was Puppy. There was Silver Hippo. Samurai Jen. But, you know, that's okay.
Yeah.
She was fine. I feel like there was another one I'm missing.
Champuru Dragon?
Dragon was probably on that team too. That makes sense. So yeah, they were all like animals.
Yeah.
Most of them were animals at least.
Yeah. And Bleep Bloop was the team. They were from Spring League 08, so the season before we started. And they played through Halo 3 and Reach and maybe part of Halo 4 too. They were around for a long
Leo's
time.
saying the pro run got disturbing.
Oh yeah, it did get disturbing. Because we had Pop-Tart do it.
Okay, seriously, if you do nothing else today, I highly recommend going to the Grifball Hub. You know what? We should do it for like a throwback Sunday or super retro Sunday and retweet the pro run of Pop-Tart.
And doing his Joker impression.
The Joker impression where he physically kidnapped, was it Spoon? Or was it Fluffy Ninja?
Yeah.
One of his friends who was a Grifballer, he physically kidnapped him, duct taped him, put him in the back of a truck, and like drove.
He's like tied him into a chair.
Yeah.
And he was like in the frame looking a knife or something. It was.
What the hell?
Yeah, he was doing his. It was just like the Joker from the second Batman movie.
Oh, that's hilarious.
We need to tweet that out.
It was a little disturbing.
It
was, yeah. And he was doing this while recapping the week's Grifball news.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because we were telling people, you know, we don't want the pro run to just be sit in front of a camera and talk for 60 seconds. You know, make it interesting. Do something. Have a theme of some kind with it. And his theme was kidnapping.
Torture and abduction. But it was great, you know. AGLA is going on. Why so serious?
Yeah.
Why so serious?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember Leo did one where he was just walking around Microsoft campus and like doing his videos in different parts. It's like, here's this theater, here's that theater, here's, you know, in front of this statue with the Halo people.
Yeah, it was a good time. Good time. Would love to see that come back. So, just saying, don't have to be an intern if you wanted to do something like that.
Yeah.
I wish I had the time, but I don't. Mostly because, gestational reasons.
That is going to be a thing we're gonna bring back then. So I will start.
If the kid is born, the kid can do this.
Like Simon did it. Did Simon do it? Simon must have done it once. In your derpy Simon voice, I'm sure. No, he did it with Keyboard Cat, right? He was Keyboard Cat.
He was Keyboard Cat.
Yeah, we got out a keyboard and Simon was playing the keyboard. And...
Oh yeah, Leo's hair did one too.
Oh yep.
So anyway, I often forget about how much cool stuff we've actually done. So go to the YouTube page. There's a lot of, I mean, it's not just game footage. There's some really interesting old school stuff that we've done. But yeah, that's all, like DJ was talking about, all part of the programming and stuff that we're trying to bring back. And the interns are doing a heck of a job with and helping out.
Yep, and we're getting more. And of course, if you are interested and have not discovered the fact that we are looking for and taking on interns, that is, I believe, still an option. If you would like to go to the intern thread. Yes.
There's on the main page, grifballhub.com, click about, and the bottom tabby thing is interns.
Yeah.
Yes. So you are still eligible. We've got plenty of different positions and things that we need help with in keeping the hub running, since we are watching Goose and Kal take a backseat to a child and a job.
Yes.
Because they've been doing this. We are the children.
Doesn't the kid drive?
No.
Oh. No. Then how am I going to get home from the hospital?
I'll drive.
Okie dokie.
You can't drive at that point.
I can still drive than you.
So, yeah, we are. So if you want to fill that out, there's an interview process you go through, and then we will see what we can do to get you into the right spot to help both us and you in doing fun things that we do here at the Hub. So, of course, that's all available at grifballhub.com.
Yep, front page, about, then internships. Or Oogie just posted grifballhub.com/internships.
Perfect. There we go. Awesome.
One F. There's only one F in internships.
What? I need more coffee.
Yes, you do.
I think we're done.
You think we're done?
Unless there's something DJ needs to throw out there. I think we're done. No, okay, cool. All right, we're going to wrap it up then.
Oh, no, Monday. Sorry. One last little piece of information. We ended up with over 240 viewers on Monday on Hyper RPG teaching about Grifball. And I wanted to give a shout out to Venom, who made an amazing ball training map for carriers and for catching, learning how to catch the ball in different environments. And it's one of the most amazing things I've ever seen. So definitely you can check that out on the replay. But otherwise, we're going to be back again I'll be guest appearing for the next 2 weeks on Mondays from 3 to 5:30 Pacific. On twitch.tv/hyperrpg, because I'm on a show called Do Better with Goobers515, who's a friend of Goose and Kal's, and I'm teaching Gooper how to play competitive Grifball. So we started out in matchmaking, taught him the basics, got him into some customs last week with some actual league Grifballers who beat the living crap out of us, and it was beautiful because, man, he got the real taste for him. People got to see how brutal it was. Well, we ended up with a bunch of those viewers went out and picked up Halo 5. Some of them went out and picked up an Xbox One and Halo 5 just so that they could start playing Grifball.
Nice.
And so next week we're going to be doing auditioning viewers from that stream to play against him in the final round, which is when we get to decide whether or not he's actually learned enough to be considered a quote-unquote competitive Grifballer, and if so, he wins a prize. So, yeah, tune in for the next 2 Mondays between 3 and 5:30 on twitch.tv/hyperrpg, and you can watch me and Goobers get, basically crazy in Grifball. I'm spreading the joy of crazy.
All right, so be sure to check that out. And as always, that's it for us here at Grifball Hub. As always, we have Wednesday, Thursday Grifball that you can stream. The Saturday Firefights Community Day, night, depending on where you are, thing is coming soon. More programming and awesome stuff down around the corner. And yeah, so thanks for tuning in. You can find us here on twitch.tv/GrifballHub, on Twitter at Grifball and at GrifballHub. The homepage, grifballhub.com. We're also on Facebook and Tumblr. And do we have a Snapchat?
Interest?
No, we do have Pinterest. No,
wait. We have Instagram.
Instagram, that's it. We keep making jokes about Snapchat, but we don't have Snapchat yet. Although I would love for us to be on Snapchat, because then I could maybe learn how to use Snapchat.
We wouldn't feel so old.
Yeah. If you go to grifballhub.com in the upper right, there's links to all of our social media outlets, so check that out. Or grifballhub.com/forums as well.
All the stuff.
Yeah, all the things.
Or just type in the word Grifball and you'll probably find whatever you need.
Us.
Yeah, we're the number one hit. I remember when that was a big deal. It used to be Grifball. It used to be Grifball.com. That was the number one hit.
Even after it was defunct.
After like 3 years, but we're
number one now.
All right.
Go.
All right. Thanks everybody. Bye.
Thank you for listening to the Grifball Hubcast. Be sure to follow us on Twitter at Grifball Hub for all the latest in Grifball news and entertainment.